And actually, to be honest, I probably would purchase them both because, well, I'm just really got a problem with shopping, I think. Okay, so today we are going to do a full face of makeup using products that I would instantly repurchase if, heaven forbid, in a terrifying, scary scenario that all of my makeup should get stolen. So hopefully that never happens, but I'm going to show you guys basically the bare minimum of makeup that I would have in my collection if I had to repurchase it all. Before we get started, please make sure you hit that subscription button and that notification bell so that you and I can be friends, and we're gonna put the makeup on. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to pull my hair out of my face because it drives me nuts if I don't do that. So the first category is normally primer. However, I don't personally use a lot of primers in my collection, so I don't actually have a primer in my collection. So we're just gonna skip over that category. Now for foundation, I do have two. The first one being the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation, and the second one being the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. And to be honest, these are pretty similar products. Like, you could probably just dupe like these together. But the foundation that I'm going to use today is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation. Now this is in the shade Light Natural, which is my normal shade. So I'm just going to take my Eco Tool sponge and I'm going to pump out the foundation onto that and pounce this out. Now this foundation is honestly just my holy grail. I think I've gone through about, like 5 bottles of this foundation, to be honest. Every single time I run through it, I instantly go out and repurchase it. It always, always, always has to be in my collection. I never want to be without it, because if I've got a big event, or like, put it this way, if I was getting married tomorrow, that's the foundation that I would wear, because I know that it's going to look absolutely flawless the entire day. It's not going to seep into any of my lines. It's going to be exactly the right amount of matte versus glowy. It's just the foundation that I 100% can count on, and I honestly do not think it gets the hype that it deserves. So that would be an instant purchase. Recently, I have discovered a new concealer that I absolutely cannot get enough of, and this would hands down be the first concealer that I go out and repurchase, and that is the Cover FX Conceal and Hydrate concealers. But I have the shades C4 and C1 purely for the fact that they don't really seem to have just the right shade for me, and mixing these two together creates that perfect shade. But honestly, these are like $8 each in Australia, so I'm totally fine to buy two to create my perfect shade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply these underneath the eyes. And one of the biggest reasons why I love this concealer is because, one, it is actually super full coverage, but it's also really hydrating. So for those of you like me that have really, really dry under eyes and also textured under eyes, so you find that those matter, more full coverage concealers tend to dry your under eyes out and make them look more textured and more crepey, then this concealer is a really, really good option for you. It just kind of hits all of my boxes and it's extremely affordable. Alrighty, so our next step is powder, and if I could only pick one powder that I had to instantly repurchase, it would be the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Fix powder, which looks like this. The packaging is a nightmare. It honestly goes everywhere, so I'm not going to hold it up any closer. But this is in the shade Light Pink as well, and I really, really like this particular powder. And I just like to press it all underneath my eyes and my T-zone, and then kind of take the excess all over my face. Okay, so next up is bronzer, and for bronzer I would actually pick the Fenty Beauty Shady Biz Sunstalker bronzer. This is the bronzer that I would pick, and you guys, I have literally finished this bronzer. I know there's some product here, but honestly, it's so hard to get out. Like, this one is done, and I love it. I'm ride or die for Fenty. I love their products. This is the perfect shade for me. It's a gorgeous formula, and I 100% would repurchase this one instantly. However, that one's empty. So the other product that I would instantly repurchase, and to be honest, I probably would purchase them both because, well, I'm just really got a problem with shopping, I think. And it is the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer in the shade Havana Gleam, and it's just gorgeous, you guys. I recently did a review of the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer, which I'll put down below for you if you're interested. Check it out. But to be honest, this one is such a good dupe for that bronzer. So I'm going to put this one on my face today, and I'm going to use a Delium Tools 962 slanted brush, and we're just going to bronze up the face. Okay, so next up is also one of my favorite categories, and that is highlighter. Now, I love highlighter. Highlighter's gorgeous, and I would probably repurchase quite a few. But again, this purpose isn't, the purpose of this video isn't really like repurchasing everything, but just like a couple of things, you know? So that's what we're doing. Now, I would personally repurchase a liquid highlighter and a powder highlighter because I like to have a really good staple of both in my collection. The liquid highlighter that I would instantly repurchase, and honestly, I legit would instantly repurchase this, and I can't believe that I've looked at all of the reviews for all of these years and have not purchased it before now, but it is the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, this is in the shade Light. This is a phenomenal product, and this is really multi-use, which is why I think it's also another really good reason that I could repurchase it, because you can use this as a primer, you can use this under your foundation, you could mix it in with your foundation, you could mix it, like you can use it as a highlighter over your foundation and powder like I do. When people say that this is like phenomenal and like how good this product is, honestly, like it really, really, really is that good. But basically this highlighter just melts completely and flawlessly into your skin. It looks just gorgeous. And then the powder highlight that I would instantly repurchase is the Dior Glow palette. I think that's what Dior Backstage Glow face palette, and this is in the original one, shade 1, and I just love this highlight. The highlights itself are super gorgeous. Like, they do not emphasize texture at all on the face, which is really hard to find with a powder highlight. So that's probably the biggest thing that I like. But I also just like that this has 4 colors in it. So depending on the mood and what I need it for, I have a highlighter for every occasion. So it's kind of cheating, but I don't really mind. And I'm probably putting way too much on, and I don't care, because I like to look like I've bathed in bronzer and glow, and I've just come off like the Santorini beach, okay? Even though 1, I don't really go to the beach in real life, and 2, I've never even been to Greece. So, but that's what we do around here. Okay, so for blush, I actually honestly don't really own any like current blushes. So if this one was still for sale, this is what I would purchase, and it would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Kit in Radiant, because it just has every single shade that I could want in it. It has a peach, a darker nude, a really dark, like a deep mauvey pink, and then a really bubblegum pink, and it's honestly just gorgeous, but it's not for sale. So I have the Kosas Papaya Color and Light Pressed Duo, and it's basically a blush and a highlight, or like you could probably put that down first and then that over the top if you want like a shimmery blush. And this is kind of only like the newest kind of blush that I have, but it's also actually only one of like the individual blushes that I have, because the other one is like the Tarte blush kind of bizarre thing that they release at Christmas time, and that one is definitely not for sale. So this is the only one I have that's for sale still. So I guess we'll repurchase this one. So next up is brows, and I won't make you guys sit through like me doing my full brows because how boring. But the brow product that I hands down would repurchase, I've already gone through. One of these is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Duo. This is in the color dark brown, and I love that it has the dark shade and then the lighter shade so that you can like kind of, you know, taper it off, all that kind of thing. I just find for my brows in particular, this is the easiest way to go. It takes me literally 2 seconds to do my brows, and that's it. And then for brow gel, I recently tried the Luma brow gels. I'm not sure if this is just an Australian brand or not, but these are really, really good, and they are the closest thing I've found to a Glossier boy brow dupe. So I have the medium brown and clear one, and I put the medium brown on first, and then I layer it with the clear. Brows are done, and now we are going to move on to the eyes. And the eyeshadow palette that I would instantly repurchase would be the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. And honestly, I feel like this should be pretty self-explanatory. Like, love her or hate her, I love her, just so you know. But love her or hate her, this eyeshadow palette has everything you could possibly need. It has all of your neutral eyeshadows that you need to create, like multiple looks. It has every kind of texture you could possibly want to go from everyday to like a casual dinner to a full-on glam. You could use this for your wedding, you could use this for everyday with work. You even have like berry tones to add some pops of color. I just don't see like you ever really, unless you play with like full-on colors all the time, you would never literally need another eyeshadow palette ever again. So we're going to create a look with this eyeshadow palette today, and yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do, so we're all in for this ride together. Okay, so the first color we're going to pick up is this beautiful color right here, which is Soothe, and I love this color. I've honestly almost hit pan on this color because it's gorgeous, and it's literally the greatest like everyday color. It's so good to just kind of pack all over the lid when you've got like work or something, but you just want to add a little bit of dimension. I'm going to pick up Poet right here because honestly, I've never really used this color that much, and I'm wearing like a purpley top, so today's the day. And we're going to run that in the crease as well. Now I'm picking up a slanted angle brush. I don't know what brand this is from, it's rubbed off, and I am popping that Poet color here in the outer corner. Okay, so now I'm just going to pick up the metallic Poet color on a BH number 4 brush. It's just a flat shader brush. I'm going to get some of my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Setting Spray and just give the brush a bit of a spritz, because I find these metallics work better if you wet them. And I'm just going to pat it on. And I'm not cutting my crease because I don't want to. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I'm just gonna literally pick up Soothe, blend that out underneath, and then pick up Poet and just like smudge that into my lash line, and we're good to go. Okay, so eyeliner is up next, and to be honest, I'm not like a huge eyeliner kind of junky, I guess. Like, I only have these ones from Linda Hallberg, and I'd probably just repurchase them because 1, they're really good quality. 2, she has like this core crayon pack where it comes with like a black, a white, a grey, a brown, and then this awesome one which is called Greyish, which I really love because it is literally the perfect mix of grey and brown. And it is like awesome for the lower waterline when you want like smoky but not like super dark smoky. So I'm going to put black in the top waterline and greyish in the bottom waterline, and I'm probably just going to not film it, and you'll see me back in 2 seconds with eyeliner on because I don't want to show you my eyeliner face, to be completely honest. So there. Okay, so eyeliner is on and done. Let's do inner corner highlight, which we are going to pick up the color Aura, which is this beautiful shimmery shade right here. This is a Morphe M321 brush, and we're just going to put that in the inner corner. So now we're moving on to lashes, and to be honest, I do wear false lashes in some of my looks, but on an everyday basis, I never ever wear false lashes, so it's 100% not something that I would run out and purchase. So I'm going to pretend like I wouldn't repurchase it in this scenario, but I would purchase mascara, and I would purchase the Essence Volume Stylist Mascara first off because it's just really good and I really like it. Okay, so we're done with the base and the eyes. Now we just have lips left. Now for lip liner, I would probably repurchase the Lip Heroes Nude For You lip liner. I really like it because it's a crayon where you just like twist it up. I don't have to sharpen it. It's a really nice nude and I use it pretty much every day. And then for lipstick, my all-time favorite lipstick that I have is the cream lipstick from Morphe in the color Court. It's just a really beautiful shade. It's like a nude, but a little bit deeper than like a light nude. And it is just a beautiful formula. Okay, so so that is like my lipstick that I would purchase. However, when it comes to glosses, I would purchase a lot because I love them and I wear them every day. Like the 3 lip glosses that I personally would repurchase very quickly is the Kosas Wet Lip Oil in the color Jelly. This is just a really beautiful, clear kind of lip gloss, but it's not sticky in any way. Like not sticky at all. It's kind of like more of a balm feeling, but has like that shine of a lip gloss. So I really like this one. The other lip gloss obviously is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. Like my original gloss love. This formula, phenomenal. It's definitely different to the Kosas. This is more of like a balmy feeling, whereas this is definitely a gloss. It is more opaque compared to this one as well, but I love it. Okay, and then our absolutely last step for our makeup is setting spray, and this one is an absolute no-brainer for me because I friggin' love it. It is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Honestly, I have legit gone through 11 bottles of these. I'm not kidding. I have 2 more in like as backup in my collection for when I run out of this one, which is almost run out. I love it. It really does prolong your makeup wear. It like is beautiful for like if you're looking a little bit powdery and you spray this on, it just melts all of the makeup products together. It's a beautiful, beautiful mist. It's so, so good. So I would hands down repurchase this. I wouldn't even think about it. I would just instantly repurchase it. Okay, so there you have it, guys. This is my full face of makeup that I would repurchase if heaven forbid my makeup was to get stolen. Like, let's hope that never happens. I would be devastated. But these are the makeup products that I would repurchase. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you did, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye!